want no crumbs. I'm going to get to Psalms 136 in just a second. He says that I want you to level set your thoughts. I want you to take your time. I'm going to teach this morning, so don't y'all go to sleep. He said, I want you to know a couple of things. The first thing I want you to know is that if you're going to give thanks, thanks is something that you give, not something that you necessarily receive. Look at somebody and say, you got to give it. And you can't give it if you've not have thought about it. I don't write thank you letters, so just generally, thank you for the gift. When I write a thank you letter, I try to be specific so that the giver know that I recognize what they gave. Y'all with me? Every time that there's a pastor and wife appreciation, I go through and not looking at the amount, but I'm looking at who gave because I'm grateful individually for the collective gift. Are y'all here yet? And so I want folk to know, I don't want no general thank you. I want you to know what I gave you, particularly when I gave you something that I'm proud of. Now, if I have regifted you, I might not want you to know. Y'all know what regifting is, don't you? Somebody gave you something that you wasn't really grateful for, so you just passed it on to somebody that you wasn't really grateful to. You were just the middleman. You were the transaction. Somebody gave it to you. You didn't want it. You gave it to them because you don't really like them, but they gave you something, so you got to give them something back. The psalmist says, verse 1, and don't worry about it. I got 10 more minutes and I'm out of here. Verse 1, the psalmist says that, I want you to sing this song. This was one of the hymns. This was one of the hymns that they would sing at the end of Passover. So this is a legitimate song. I don't have the lyrics. I don't know how it went. I was not there. But this is a legitimate song, Sister Bell, that the Jewish people would sing during Passover. And the first verse of the song says what? Y'all just read it. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord. The first verse, and I'm not going to tell you what you already know, it directs who you ought to be thankful to. As if you didn't already know, but some folk need to understand the job you have, HR didn't really hire you. The money in the bank, you did not really deposit it. God could have blown on the money and you could have gone to the bank and you might have put it in the bank, but God would have allowed something to take it out of the bank. Are y'all here yet? So you've got to understand, you have to give thought, first of all, who gave me this stuff? Who is working in my life? And the songwriter said, I want you to give thanks unto the Lord. He gives us a few reasons here, and I'm just going to paraphrase them. He says that I want you to give thanks unto the Lord because he is the great deity, and he has the greatest dynasty. Look at somebody say, he's a great deity, and he has the greatest dynasty. Byrd, why do you say deity and dynasty? Deity recognized the God. Look at somebody say, he's a good God. He's a good God. Can we go on saying it one more time? He's a good God. Now check this out. I'm going to prove it. Look at this verse. Look at this verse, LD. You're going to love this. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, unto the God of gods. Look at somebody say, that's deity. If you ever thought you had another God, you ought to recognize that your God is bigger than any other God. I don't worry about hoodoo, voodoo, woodoo, noodoo. I don't worry about any of that stuff because they might practice it, but I live in the presence of the Lord of Lords. You can't put no hex on me. You can't put no witchcraft on me. You can't put no voodoo on me. You can try. But my God is, y'all don't even know when to get happy. My God is greater. My God can beat your God all day, every day, any day. Choose the date. Why are Christians so scary when you got a God that has never failed? Why are you so fearful? They don't like me, so I ain't going to eat their food. No, I'm going to eat it after I pray over it. I might have to anoint it. Can I go there? Sister Clemens said, can I go there? They said, when you're on the mission trip, you are supposed to eat whatever they put in front of you. Fried rat toes. Look at somebody and say, you got to eat it. Can't offend them. I've learned that if I got the great deity on my side, I don't have to worry about the demon that you're working with. Can I preach here right now? Some of you are too worried about the demons that's trying to get you, and you need to concentrate on your deity. He is greater than any demon, and a matter of fact, every demon shall tremble at the very name of Jesus. He says that he is God of God. Look at somebody say, that's deity.